Let's talk about the MI business a little bit. What's the MI business? It's the music instrument business. It's the business that I'm in. I'm no longer really in the being a musician rock star business. I'm no longer in the working for an ad agency like I did in Los Angeles business, where I wrote jingles and TV commercials and then later produced albums, where I was then an artist. Then I was a recording artist and I was a musician who did jingles. I was a musician. If you're hearing this, I'm not farting. It's the plumber doing test drilling in my house. Where was I? This trem arm does not belong on this guitar. Because the trem arm for this guitar is actually in France. The MI business. Well, talking about the MI business, of course, we will mention our sponsor as always, which is the Fellowship of Acoustics in Holland. Absolutely stunning store, super high-end stuff, and it doesn't matter how expensive it is in the store, nobody's gonna breathe down your neck if you wanna test it out. I've been to the store. It's an absolutely lovely place, lovely people in the most beautiful location, in the most beautiful building. Walk in, spend the day there. There's nothing else to do there. If you're traveling there, you're traveling there for the Fellowship of Acoustics. Have coffee, there's a cafeteria, and make experiences. Make experiences with Novos, with Kaufmanns, with Hubers, with Patrick James Eggle, with Bacchus, with so many brands that you don't get in your hands anywhere else. And when you go into the acoustic department, have you played a mandolin for $6,000? Do it. Nobody's gonna go and say, well, but do you wanna buy this? Not a single guitar has a don't touch this, you know, it's a song, sticker on it. So thank you again, Fellowship of Acoustics, tough to say, the Fellowship of Acoustics for sponsoring these videos. So, the music business, not the music business, the music instrument business, the MI business, which is manufacturers building gear. Guitar builders, amp builders, pedal builders, strap builders, string makers, and so on and so on and so on. It is the shops. It is the Thomann, the Sweetwater, the Fellowship of Acoustics, the music store, the guitar pusher in Manila. It's the row of shops in Denmark Street in London, the row of shops in, is it Hayabusa? In Tokyo, that street that you spent a whole day in and can't get out when your guitar player amazing. It's all of the places where you can buy, trade, sell, gear, and all the people making it. It is the trade shows. It is the Guitar Summit. It is the NAMM show. It is the now dead Musikmesse in Frankfurt. It is the Poland Guitar Fest. It is the show in Bologna. It is the Birmingham Guitar Show, and so on and so on and so on. This is all the MI business. If you're watching from outside the MI business, I think a lot of people watching this are inside the MI business. If you're watching this from the outside, you probably don't know, but this is a small, small, small world. It's tiny, actually. Tiny. Now, we as guitar influencers, content creators, whatever the crap you want to call us, we are part of this because we've grown into this family. What does that mean? That means you see us at places. You might go to Thomann for some event and all of a sudden there are some other guitar influencers. And the music instrument industry, the MI industry, the MII. Nobody says that. Are we talking about all instruments, drums, synth, and so on? Yeah, maybe. Maybe we do. But let's stick with guitar for now, okay? We meet each other at places, and all of a sudden our world of influencers becomes smaller because we get to know each other. And you see the same people all over again on a regular basis, and we become friends. And then you become friends with people at companies. And wherever you go to a trade show, there they are. They aren't the most different people. Yeah, they got some American reps in the US and some European reps over here. But in general, it's kind of the same people. Because it's a tiny, tiny, tiny industry. And that guy that worked for this company, let's say Dario, all of a sudden that guy worked for D'Angelico, because he's going for the D names. And that same guy all of a sudden now works for Martin, where he works with the D80, I don't know, I'm trying to make this work. Now he's not just working for Ds. Okay. The same reps move around. My isotope guy all of a sudden is working over here. And well, they were bought by Native Instruments and then they're all of a sudden over here. And then my new contact that I'm now friends with in music, all of a sudden is also responsible for Native Instruments. But he's actually used to be the CEO of Moog. And I have a history with Moog that we're going to get into at some point. My good friend who starts with an N, she, I'm not going to name names, she used to work for my good friends at a big American store. And then all of a sudden somewhere else, and then she pops up over here again, working for those guys, then, left there, working over here, and then she left there. It is definitely more of a shuffling around of the same people than you might possibly think. What's the moral of the story? Well, first of all, I want to let you know that this world is small. I mean, the sentence in Germany, in the MI industry, I used to work for Warwick, is probably the most uttered sentence you've heard anywhere. Everyone and their mom said, "Oh, I used to work for Warwick." Which I don't know what that tells you about the company, but that is something, that means many people start in the same place, gain experience in the same place, and then leave for similar reasons. But it is a very small industry. Whether they're the people from Marshall, but then all of a sudden they're friends with the people from over here, and then this guy all of a sudden works over here. It is much, much smaller than you think. There are, of course, some companies. It's a bunch of companies in the pedal world, the guitar world, and whatever. But this guy learned under this luthier and all of a sudden starts his own company, and you find out, oh, wait a second, I know both of you. Are you still friends, whatever? So you learn a lot about the interconnectedness of brands, the interconnectedness of who stepped on whose toes, right? And you learn a lot about what to shut up about, because you don't want to step on anyone's toes, right? But I think the big moral of the story, which is why I'm talking about this, is in our industry, which you as a customer don't give a flying rat's ass about. You as the consumer, if you are a consumer watching this, why would you care? Maybe it applies to your industry as well. The moral of the story is, you can never afford to be a dick. You can never afford to be an arrogant asshole to anyone. I'm not saying this because I just had an episode with an arrogant asshole. Absolutely not. But you can never turn someone down for no particular reason, just because you want to be a dick. Let's say, there's no particular story here, but let's say some influencer knocks on your door. You want to be an arrogant prick as an A&R guy, and you're like, well, I don't like you, don't like your videos, don't like your playing. We're not going to work with you, which is fine, totally fine. That influencer gets bigger, doesn't want to do influencing anymore, gets hired by a company, has a good job in that company. A&R guy leaves his job, gets left his job, whatever you want to call it, gets fired, whatever, looking for a new job. All of a sudden their path cross again, and that doesn't work out great for the A&R guy. This industry is so small, so actually super tiny. I don't know if we leave out the workers in factories, but the people that openly interact at trade shows, more like sales and marketing. I don't know, how many do we have? 1,000 people? Is it 2,000? It's not big. Chances are you will interact with someone again. Chances are you will have to interact with someone again. Chances are if you made an enemy anywhere, or someone you just dislike and you dislike each other, chances are you're going to run into each other again and you will have to interact with them again. How do I know that? Learn my lesson. I have people I'd rather not work with in this industry. But it all comes around and bam, they're sitting in a position where I have to work with them. And you know what? Then you have to man up and talk it out. Get past it. Because anything else would be stupid. Anything else wouldn't be human. So, don't be a dick weasel. That's all I'm saying. Because it's going to come around again. It's a small, small world, our guitar music industry. And anyone's going to look for a job at some point. Anyone's going to look for a foot in the door. And if you wronged someone in any way, chances are it's going to come up in some way in the future. The whole nice guys finish first comes to mind. That's a chapter in Richard Dawkins' book. Because it pays off to try to always be kind. And the thing is, if that pays off in the tiny little music industry, don't you think it should apply everywhere? Don't be a dick weasel. Just try to be nice, because you never know when you're going to run into the same people again. Should I get political again? Let me get tiny little bit political. Tiny bit. Please don't comment on that. I don't want to read it. I don't care. Immigration. Why would I want to share the money I make in taxes to the government for it then to be used to house and feed people coming into this country with nothing? Do I think that one day I will run into those people and they thank me? Probably not. Do I think that one day those people will be very important for society and contribute in a way and then give back to me? Could be. They could be paying taxes at some point, which are paying for my streets and my schools and my everything. Maybe my retirement. But that's not it. That's not how I think. I think, what if I'm homeless? What if I'm the one whose country... God, that's horrible. It is. What if I'm the one whose country is being bombed? What if I'm the one where everything's burning and I lost everything? Where am I going to go? Who's going to take me in? Now, if I'm from a place that's known for anti-immigration, hating on people, kicking them around, treating them like second-class citizens, and not even letting them in. My country, my borders, close the borders. Don't you think that if my place burns and I have to go to, let's say, the Netherlands, let's just say I'm a survivor and I want to find refuge in the Netherlands, don't you think that they would look at my country's track record and say, but did you help people? Why should we help you if you didn't help people? What if the ice age comes? Oh, the ice comes down from the top. Let's be stupid here. And we have to go to Syria, where it's still warm. I want to go to a place where they tell me, you took care of us, we'll take care of you. When you were doing well, you shared what you had. Now you're not doing well, now we share whatever we have. And it might never come to that. But I want to live in a world where being a dick weasel will eventually come back to haunt you. And where trying to be kind, hopefully, rewards you with people being kind back at you when you need it the most. I don't want this to be a political discussion about immigration and shut up, Germany's got its own problems. You guys, nobody know. No, we don't. I know this is gonna explode in the comments like this. And if it does, doesn't that make you one of those dick weasels? Because arguing about decency and kindness doesn't make you a kind person. And who wants to know about themselves that they're not a kind person? I don't know. Yeah, this spiraled out of control a little bit, but is it a what goes around comes around kind of a thing? Maybe. The music industry is very small. Somehow we got into immigration, but that's how I think. Just be kind to some people. And hopefully it's gonna pay off at some point. Even if not, being kind in itself, not a bad thing. Subscribe to the newsletter, please. That helps me tremendously so I can spam you with stuff you don't want to see. We'll have a video about that at some point. No. Please subscribe to the newsletter. Use the links below. That helps the channel as well. Like, subscribe. Please do. We need to hit that 200,000 mark. Hopefully by now we have. For what? I don't know. Apparently, subs are important. Because I have to value myself as a human being based on how many followers I have. That's the world we live in now. Different topic. Animals at the end.